you all have this picture floating all around with me and this man on it? Why? That's so not necessary. Listen, most people know that I was married for a really, really long time, married to Greg Leakes. After Greg's passing, I started dating somebody that I really hoped that the relationship was going to work out. And right now, we're like on a break, okay? And we have taken multiple breaks. And so I said to myself in this dating thing, because I've never dated my entire life. I've always been like in a relationship and never really had the opportunity to even date in my life. And so I said to myself, you know what? I really want to date with intention. I really want to give it like a real shot and date with intention, find my life partner, and go somewhere and sit down, you know?
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about Nene Leakes clearing the air after social media went and dug up her man's past. Now, she popped out a few days ago with this man, and after she popped out with him, I guess people started to pull up his criminal record. And after people pulled up his criminal record, they started to, have some concerns for his particular charges. Nene Leakes decided to come forward and clear the air. Now, I'm thinking, hey, some people have a past. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad guy. And then I started reading some of the comments. So some of the comments was like, girl, we all know that people have a past, but his particular charges are insane. So I was like, well, let me click on his hashtag. And when you click on his hashtag, you see all of these blogs that have posted about him and how, he's popped out with Nene Leakes. You see mugshots. And so on and so forth. You see that he was an attorney. And you see how TMZ has reported that he was previously arrested for allegedly R-wording and assaulting one of his exes. Now, I am a person who, like I said, I feel like, people can be rehabilitated for certain things, but I have a hard stop and a hard pause when it comes to DV. Now, this is them courtside at a game. This is them out when they were hanging out. But, TMZ did some digging, and when they dug in his past, it allegedly shows that, he had charges dropped, but the charges stem from a girlfriend saying that he took advantage of her and assaulted her, and it resulted in jail time. However, he was cleared of the R-word charge and etc. So let me pull up that for y'all real quick so that I can show y'all what that says, because I'm like, child, could y'all date a man with these type of charges? But, she says that she's just, having fun. It's nothing serious. And she's just playing the field. So let me just kind of like try to redact the word R-word out of there. And then let me pull it up for y'all, because these allegations for him say that he was putting the pause on his ex. But before I show you that, let me finish showing you what Nene Leakes had to say about everybody pulling up his past.
So men tend to date multiple women all the time, 2 and 3 women at a time. So it's not my thing. It's not something that I like, but because I want to date with intention, I thought, let me try it anyway. So I simply went on a date. I'm not in a relationship with anybody. And I really hate that y'all had this man picture thrown all around online. Now y'all pulling up this man's past. It's just messed up. I was trying to be in my soft girl era. Damn, now I got to turn back to a tomboy. I just wanted to date with intention. And he's a nice guy. We went out. We had fun. I don't know what the future holds. We were not kissing as they have it. You're kissing. We pecked. Okay, there's a difference between kissing and pecking. We just pecked. We were drinking, just having fun and laughing and taking pictures with friends. We had no idea that somebody in our little friend circle would send a video over to the blogs and have us all out here like this today. I'm dating, okay, with intention. If you guys know somebody I should date, let me know. Send me an email. My email is up on my Instagram. But they have to be at the same level or higher. Same level or higher. Yes, we must. I mean, so that's a part of me dating with intention. That's it. Like, I really hate that. Hey, Arthur, he's a nice guy. Hi, Yanni, he's a nice guy. I'm just dating. Men do it all the time. They date multiple people. So it's time for me to start dating and stop waiting on one person to get it together. So that's it.
All right. So that's her speaking on the situation. And again, it was after, she linked up with him. They went out and they were having a good time. She gave him a smooch. She says that it's not a kiss, it's a peck. And she wanted people to know that, she's not really committed. He's a nice guy, etc. Well, let me pull up what she's referring to. So what people are pulling up is this mugshot right here when he was arrested. People are pulling that up and posting it on the blogs. And by people, I mean TMZ. And they're also pulling up his previous charge or the previous news article where it says that he was arrested in Memphis, okay, for assault and all of these different charges. So it says Memphis attorney Arthur Horn was sentenced Thursday to 30 days in jail on a misdemeanor assault charge. Horn's attorney said he would begin serving the sentence on weekends in the next few days and can continue to practice law, although an appeal was also possible. Horn was charged of R-word and kidnapping charges in August, but was convicted of assault in 2017 incident involving a woman with whom he was in a relationship with. All right. The woman accused Horn of beating and R-wording her at his East Memphis home, but Horn claimed she made the story up because she was angry he had a baby with another woman. So even if the girl made up the story about R-wording and kidnapping, the fact that he was in a relationship with a woman and had another baby on the way and dealing with her, got another baby on the way, then this girl is alleging that he's assaulting her. That's just a messy recipe for disaster. And, it's definitely something to keep your eyebrow raised. And again, I don't just automatically count a guy out just simply because he has a pass or whatever. But when that pass includes DV, chow, it's a hard no for me. Okay. Now, if you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm not condoning criminality or anything like that, but I'm just saying some of the things that I would be like, okay, I probably can overlook that. Like, let's say you was young and you was outside and you did a little, check fraud maybe or something. I don't know. I could still overlook that. Maybe, trying to get money or whatever. Or you was, back in your younger days, out on the block, trying to sell or something, stuff like that, maybe. But the fact that it's, he talking about she was mad, he had a baby on the way, and then there's this assault that, he was charged with. And then, but they couldn't prove the R word, and that's just those type of charges I steer clear the hell away from. But, as long as she knows to have a good time, but not let them stay for a long time, more power to her, because that's how you got to keep your child. If you just out here having fun, have fun. Okay, have a good time, but don't stay for a long time because, baby, that ain't it. All right. So that's what's going on with that. Now, let's see what else is going on in the blogs. It looks like there have been hitting, the Real Housewives season must approach very soon because you got back to back to back. Whenever there's like back to back posts of like Real Housewives people in the blogs, they drumming up to let us know what the storylines are going to be and what to expect. So Peter Thomas, he's hitting people's timeline with showing that he's out, and he's showing his print and jerking left, right, dancing, and I guess he's out, but I thought he just went in. He's making sure to show the print. He coming back up. And I don't know if that means, I guess he's thugging it or whatever, but this says, I can finally share that my baby is home. Y'all really can't tell me nothing now. Peter Thomas is up. So I guess that's some girl, Amor Milan, posted that. She happy her zaddy is out, honey. And then we got a back-to-back story with Kenya. And I'm like, child, all of these back-to-back stories, Kenya, Portia, So I guess apparently Kenya had a salon, and there is news reports that she was due to pay this unpaid rent for her salon. And this post right here says Kenya Moore denies that she owes unpaid rent and utilities for her hair spa. It says the reports about me being behind on rent are false. As I have stated before, my company is in an active lawsuit against my salon landlord for failing to pay nearly $80,000 in tenant improvement allowance owed to me. All right. So in the caption, it says, earlier this week's reports surfaced that Kenya Moore owed nearly $88,000 in unpaid rent and utilities for her Atlanta hair spa, but now she is setting the record straight. In a new post promoting her upcoming YouTube live, she addressed the report stating, my company is in an active lawsuit against the salon. The landlord, he was failing to pay her these $80,000 tenant improvements. She went on to explain that she invested $300,000 of her own money in building her salon, and claims that the landlord failed to reimburse contractual expenses. Therefore, she withheld rent so that they can reach a fair settlement. So, we got Kenya news, we got Nene news, we got Peter news. And you just got all of these different things going on. Now, a lot of people have been insinuating that Papoose is taking advantage of Clarissa. There was a post where she posted where she was basically saying that every time I step into that ring, I carry your love with me. You calm my nerves, pray over me, and remind me who I am daily. Winning is sweet, but sharing it with you is everything. The joy feels different. This love feels powerful. That invincible black love. And I'm so grateful we get to live it out loud. Thank you for being a man, making my life easier, and protecting me. Your support doesn't go unnoticed. Poppy, love you. So after, she was sharing, that she loved Papoose, there was a lot of people who was commenting and was trying to let her know that he was using her. Let me pull up that post really quickly. One second. It was on another blog. It was either this one. Hold on. Oh no, I think, okay, wait. It's this way. I think it was on the Jasmine brand. Oops. All right, so hold on. There was a post before. Hold on. Okay, the Jasmine brand just has her response, but hold on. Maybe it was because there was a comment somebody left. Oh, here we go, right here. All right. So somebody had commented to her and they said, I hope one day you realize he's using you for a place to stay / money and don't even like you for real. And so Clarissa responded and she said, "Tuh, Clarissa Shields ain't never been hustled. I was turning $5 into $300 as a kid. When it comes to my business, every wire comes to my bank account, contracts in order with a lawyer who is a shark. I'm a multi-millionaire and came from literally nothing. God has me favored, misquote." Now, a lot of people have this idea that he's just using her for money. But I think that you guys have to understand that a lot of us, even though she was very popular in the boxing world, we only know her because of him. The majority of us who are not female boxing fans, okay? I never heard of her a day in my life before she got with him. And you guys have to realize, even though she is a boxer, that does not mean that he doesn't add value to her life. A lot of people want to project this idea that, you know, he's only with her to use her. Have you ever thought that even if she's a boxer, there are times where you can get into a partnership with somebody and they can help you level up your business? Like, he looks to be somebody that she dressing better when she with him. You know, she is approaching things a little bit, well, the way she approaches things is a little kooky crazy, but I just think that just because she has this boxing career, that doesn't mean like on the back end that there aren't improvements or value that he brings to her life. He also brought a major celebrity to her. She got a different type of fame. She started to get posted constantly on the blogs. She's now a household name because of him, not the other way around. Yes, she was a very popular, accomplished boxer, but even with all those accomplishments, even with the fact that I think when the news broke that she was dating him, she was on the heels of a movie being released. Even with the movie being released, we only found out about, well, not all of us, because again, the people who are female boxing fans knew about her, but the rest of us, we'd only found out about her, the fact that she was, you know, accomplished enough to have a movie made about her, through the drama with Remy and Papoose and her dating him. Her dating him is what, you know, made people more familiar with her. Her dating him made her always posted on the blogs. Her boxing career didn't get her well known, like on a more famous level. She was, you know, accomplished, yeah, but she wasn't famous on a famous level that she is now that she's dating Papoose. So I don't necessarily think that she even looks at it that way. And I think that other people have to have a different look at that as well. Just because she is a boxer don't mean nothing. All right. So let's see what else is going on. So court docs finally say that David is now named as a suspect. But I'm like, we've been knowing that he was a suspect. Like, tell us that he's arrested, or tell us that he, I don't know, like, put him behind bars. Tell us that. All these other updates, child, who cares about it? Now, also, to Gina, she is speaking out now. She is the girl who was dating Diddy, who did an interview with Tasha K. She had went and did an interview. This was way before any indictments, way before any Cassie lawsuits, way before anybody was like speaking about Diddy in a way of him being like an abuser type of thing. She went and did an interview with Tasha K. She was also approached by the prosecution. She was supposed to be one of the witnesses in the case, but she decided to withdraw her cooperation before the trial and did not cooperate or testify. So now she's speaking out, and this is what she has to say.
In Miami, she could literally suck my dick. There was beef because she came for me. I don't know what her beef is with me, but she came for me. I wasn't even thinking about her. I know, they're just so mad. Like, they wish they was in my spot. Like, they wish they was calling daddy. No, I don't fuck with that bitch either. Like, she snitched on my man, so I don't fuck with her. Who would win a fight? Me and Clarissa? Me, because I take boxing classes. Yep, I want to be his side piece for the rest of my life. Are you worried for when he gets out? Worried about what? Hope he gets out in a couple months. Why didn't I testify? Because I'm not gonna snitch on my friend. Is that okay? Is it okay that I didn't snitch on my friend? I want to wait for him to get out for me to like say everything I truly feel, because I want to kick him down while he's in there and make him even more sad. The reason why I went on was during that time in 2019, like I was really sad and he was just really mean to me and I just didn't know what to do. I try to express how I feel. Like I was like hurting really bad, like so depressed. Like I was crying every single day.
All right, so basically, she's getting taken care of to shut the HE double hockey sticks up until he gets out, okay? She says, you know, obviously I was telling the truth about him. If I wasn't telling the truth about him, he wouldn't be messing with me. I still got a story to tell, and I'm going to tell it. I just don't want to tell it while he's going through his criminal stuff, you know? It sounds like she's getting a good allowance or good taken care of. And she's going to save what she has to save for when he gets out. Somebody in the comments said the following. Hold on, let me pull it up. So this is a comment that y'all just posted right now. Oh, dang, hold on. All right, Authentically Yours God says, I love your content. I am a Clarissa fan genuinely. She is very known in the industry. Pap didn't upgrade her status, actually. Well, that's where we're going to agree to disagree, because even people that I'm not a fan of, I know who they are, right? You know her because, like you said, you're a fan of her. People who are not a fan of her didn't know who she was. Like, there's several people who are famous that I'm not a fan of them, but I know who they are. I had no idea who she was. So like I said, if you were not a female boxing fan, then you did not know who she was. I speak for a lot of people who had no idea who the hell she was. And a lot of us became familiar with her due to her, like, Jupiter obsessing with Remy, wanting what Remy had, wanting to dress like Remy, wanting Remy's man. And then people became familiar with her because of the drama. Because of the drama, she was put in front of way more people and she became more of a household name. The masses of us did not know who she was, but because she's dating Papoose, and because she's always in the blogs, because she's always speaking about dating Papoose, she doesn't normally get in the blogs because of her talent. She gets in the blogs when she says something kooky crazy about Papoose. Oh, Pap upstairs. Where Papoose at? Pap upstairs. You know, just crazy stuff like that. Or her now, like, the focus of her dressing horribly. Like, that's when she gets put in the blogs, but it's always at the expense of her association with him. Now, because she has an association with him, then people are interested in her boxing. Like, oh, she popping it. Oh, okay, she's saying she the greatest of all time. Oh, she's saying that, you know, she want to beef with Layla Ali. Oh, she da-da-da-da-da. Like, now more people are paying attention to her. More people are paying attention to her fights because, yes, she was already accomplished. She was not at the level she is now, in my opinion. But, you know, again, we could agree to disagree. I didn't know her from, you know, if she walked past me, sorry to this woman, I would not know her at all. Okay? Sorry to this man. Okay? Not man, because she's a woman, but, you know, the saying. Sorry to this man. If he walked past, I would not know him at all. I would not know her at all, child, period. And that's a sentiment for a lot of people. Now, moving on, let's see. We'll get into one more thing. Let's see. Let me look what we want to talk about. Okay, Cash Doll was basically snapping back at people because they felt some type of way because she was spoiling her daughter with designer. And she made a comment saying that she doesn't care about the less fortunate because somebody wrote and was like, oh, she's so materialistic, da 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 da. And then Cash Doll said, I don't care about, the less fortunate. And then she came back and apologized. I feel like y'all got to stop trying to spend other people's money. Y'all literally have to stop trying to spend other people's money. This is her money. If you want to buy your kid Bob the Builder, if you want to buy your kid Baby Shark, buy your kid Baby Shark. If she want to buy her daughter designer, let her buy her daughter designer. Like, you mind your tax bracket, let her mind hers. For me personally, when I had my daughter, before I had my daughter, you would never ever catch me in the Walmart clothing area. Okay, you would not catch me over there at all. Walmart shopping clothes, what? Yuck. But once I got my baby and I started buying clothes and I started realizing how fast she went through them clothes, child, we was up all through them Walmart shopping areas. Okay, we was all up and through them t-shirt, them 5-pack of tees, them the socks, we Walmarted out, honey. Or you just gonna go in the dirt, mess it up. I was minding my tax bracket, okay? My tax bracket couldn't do a whole lot of expensive stuff just willy-nilly and all like that. So, I'm mind my tax bracket, and I feel like other people need to mind theirs. If she want to buy her baby whatever she want to buy her baby, let her buy her baby whatever she want to buy her baby, okay? Period.
That is
Tracy Morgan talks about how the Walmart truck situation, and this, we gotta learn to let people talk one at a time. Like, everybody was talking at the same time. I'm like, I want to hear what Tracy Morgan got to say. They overtalk. I'm like, before he could even answer the question, they already trying to ask him another question. I'm like, this got me extremely overstimulated. I'm like, shut up. Isn't the point of interviewing somebody is to ask them a question, let them answer, and then you ask them another question? Like, what is going on? But I'm going to let y'all see what I'm talking about because, baby, this clearly overstimulated me to the core because what?
There's a SF90. I have it in yellow and I have it in blue. SF90, that's the second fastest Ferrari ever made.
Well, that Walmart
And I
money,
just
good
can't-
money. That's
well,
good
no,
money.
well, I had money before Walmart.
Yeah, he definitely had money
so
before
rocking
that.
all of that.
But we just know that Walmart check was, it was kind of hefty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I wouldn't wish that on no one. I didn't actually get hit by the Walmart truck.
No, that's
It was an
crazy.
accident.
Yeah.
And last year, People Magazine called me for a quote. And in that quote, I forgave the driver because it was an accident.
Definitely.
Okay.
It
Definitely.
was,
Yeah,
and it was just poor judgment.
Definitely. Nobody
That's
wants
all
that to
because
happen to
he
you.
didn't pull over and go to sleep like most truckers do. He kept going, so he was up for 28 hours
Yeah, that's
before
right.
he hit
'Cause
us.
it's every 10, I believe it's every 10 hours.
You got to go to sleep.
My brother
But
has
he
a
didn't do that.
CDL.
Yeah.
You gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
For 10 hours.
Because those are
before you
big
can-
machines,
Yeah,
man.
so that's
Big
illegal,
machines.
especially with a
And
big
the truck
company.
was doing 75 miles per hour when it hit us.
Wow.
So that's pretty fast. A big machine that
For a
big,
big truck
could only
like
be
that, yeah.
stopped with gravity. But it was no gravity.
So let me ask you a question. When you was in the hospital and you woke up and you was alive, because like you said, you had money before this.
Well, when
you
I
was a
woke
star
up,
before this.
when I woke up, I had traumatic brain injury, so my brain had to reboot. I didn't really start remembering until about 6 months later.
Wow. Damn. So
I had to learn how to eat again, walk again, and all those things.
wow, bro.
My femur,
that shit change
my
you, like
femur
the way
was
you
in
live and all that shit,
how it make you
love,
change and
yeah.
make you appreciate life more.
I'm like, let him get a clear thought out. Like, shut up. But But I guess this is a podcast with Tony Yayo. I've never seen it before. I just see this clip go down because they had Tracy Morgan. But I don't know if it was the accident or not, but Tracy Morgan in itself is already like over anxious. The way he's talking is like, you know, he's trying to get a clear thought out. And then they're talking at the same time. And then, I was like, what's going on? Like.
It makes you appreciate life more. And I had so much goodwill for me that it was overwhelming at first. And I was really scared. And so me and my lady was just driving on a highway the other other night. And she seen really for the first time me freak out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I got hit at night.
Right.
So it hit us from the back. We didn't see it coming. And when you get hit like that, the brain automatically goes into protection mode. So that's where the coma came from.
Damn.
For 10 days.
Damn, that's
Well,
crazy.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Bro. You here, bro.
Well, I love you, T. You know I love you, Mert. You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
you
man.
know what it
that.
is.
You know
So
that.
I'm just glad to be here.
But anyway, so they're talking about the crash. All right. So this right here, it says, hold on, let me pull it down. It says, some of it got cut off. So it says, Hunter College professor Allison Friedman caught on a hot mic during a school meeting making racially offensive remarks. And she said, they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. So when she's talking, there is a black girl that's basically, I guess, giving her experience in school. And Allison is not realizing that she's on a hot mic.
Students on Fridays. He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
Black schools that like
This helps
they're
us
just
help
they're
us
too dumb to know they're in a bad school.
independent in our class.
I mean, but apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Me and many other students in our classes that were basketball students on Fridays. He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
black schools that like they're
This helps
they're
us
just
help
they're
us
too dumb to know they're in a bad school.
independent in our class.
I mean, but apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
All right. So she said, they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. If you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. All right. So it says Friedman later took responsibility and apologized, saying her remarks do not reflect her beliefs or values, but acknowledged her words were wrong and caused real harm. Basically, translation is, I don't like black people. I think they're completely stupid. And I'm sorry that you heard what I said. All right. So there's that. Now, I do not understand the craze in the way rave about YoungBoy. Like, he talks silly to me. He talks, yeah, man. Like, I don't understand the appeal at all. I don't understand the appeal at all. But that's all for right now. I might go live later. I don't know. But I just wanted to come and talk to y'all real quick. And y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Let me see if there is, let's see, anything going on that we need to talk about immediately. All right. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. And y'all let me know what y'all if there's a specific topic that y'all want me to talk about, definitely hit me up on my Facebook or my Instagram. On my Facebook, you're able to send me like links, pictures, all that. On my IG, it doesn't really let you do all that. I don't know why. But y'all let me know what's up, and I'll talk to y'all later.